To the Superintendent of the United States Military Academy, Robert L. Castlin, the West Point Military Academy Board, and the hardworking faculty. It is a great honor for us to be here with all of you at West Point Military Academy. I am Jason Mizzi, and this is my wife Maggie. And we are very grateful to be here along with my fellow honorees, alumni, special guests, family members, and friends all gathered here today. But most of all, it is an honor to be here with you, graduating class of 2017. This is a day you'll never forget, and we have a job for you to carry on and inform people all around the world while you find your way into the world. Today we will talk about an ongoing issue that everyone can hear possibly get in the future.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD for short, is a disease to the brain which causes mental breaks in people who have lived through or witnessed a life-threatening experience. It can affect anyone. Someone who got into a bad accident, saw a death of a loved one, or even a kid that watched a scary movie. PTSD is most commonly found in ex-military personnel. It causes these veterans or current soldiers great anxiety and depression, along with symptoms like nightmares and delusion. About 22 soldiers a day commit suicide due to this disorder. It is often referred to as a normal reaction to an abnormal event. It is a terrible disorder and causes these suffering people to not be able to live their daily lives without it interfering. We are here spreading awareness because 50% of PTSD sufferers never tell anyone about what rough times they go through. Knowing the symptoms of PTSD could help a troubled person out greatly. Many veterans are divorced, drug and alcohol abusers, in jail, or homeless because of this terrible disorder. As a young adult, you may think this can never happen to you, but it can. Most of you graduating from West Point will be furthering your career in military. In order to raise awareness about this disorder and the people it affects, we need to get people talking about it, and it can start with you.
Maggie and I both served in the military. We met each other in the battlegrounds of Afghanistan in 2005, and 3 years later we got married. For years and years we both fought the enemies of our country. We heard what sounded like never-ending loud noises over and over again every day, and kept us on our toes, never let us put our guard down. As a couple, we decided to call it a career and retired. Problems started to occur. We heavily drank, had mental breakdowns, and non-stop fights would occur over and over again between us. Everything started falling apart. For a bundle of days, we took turns not being able to sleep due to our nightmares. The flashbacks seemed to come back onto us in a blink of an eye. I came home one day from a hard day at work and suddenly felt the need to strangle someone. Maggie was in the kitchen and a mindset came over me. It was like I was back in war and Maggie was the enemy. Sadly, that was the final straw of our marriage. In 2010, we parted ways and I just started about losing my mind. One night, I felt tightness in my chest and it became very hard to breathe. I bolted out of bed thinking I was going to die. All throughout the night, I had a fear of dying. I went to the hospital because I did not know what was wrong with me. The doctor diagnosed me with PTSD. With me being home, I still never left that battlefield. I lost my wife to that battlefield. I actually called Maggie that next day because she was experiencing the same things as me. We came together once again. Since that moment, my wife and I have 2 great children, and all the help I have received has changed me.
Soldiers that you will all become have to understand that after war, effects come with it. I made the mistake of waiting too long before getting help, but all of you have the chance to avoid that. It all starts with owning up to yourself that you need to get help before you mess up your whole life. Accepting that PTSD is causing all your problems is the best thing for you, your life, and the people you care about lives.
From there, therapy and medication will help balance everything. Different types of therapies will take care of each little problem. Exposure therapy is for to have less fear about your memories. Cognitive therapy helps you understand and change everything on thoughts of trauma. Group and family therapy are also good for the mental health to be with other people. Medication-wise, SSRIs, short for selective syndrome reuptake inhibitors, is an antidepressant drug. This helps with feelings of the chemicals in the brain. Usually this plan can last anywhere from 3 to 6 months. We are the land of the free because of the brave. It is time to give back to the men and women who risked their lives for all of us. Spreading awareness and donating money to PTSD organizations will surely make a difference. I hope every single one of you can make the best of it. Class of 2017, congratulations, and thank you for being a part of our journey on this beautiful day. Always remember, if you have been diagnosed with PTSD, it is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a proof of your strength because you have survived. Myself and my wife, or my wife and myself.
I am Jason Vizia, and this is my wife, Maggie, and we are very...
Sounded like we never end. It's a weird sentence.
Sounded like never-ending loud noises over and over again.
For years and years, we both fought the enemies that we heard that good sounds. Maggie and I both served in the military. We met each other on the battlegrounds of Afghanistan in 2005.
I'm sorry, I just made the most annoying face in the world.
What's the matter with you? I was doing good. Meetings and talking. Medication. Talking medication.
Taking. It says taking.